I land near a classroom that seems to be half underground. I look through one of the windows. The interior is odd, but it looks like a music room. The window is closed, but it's still just a glass window. If there was a real school, I'd hesitate to do this, but hey, it's a fake world. I rear back and put my fist through the window.
Whoa! What the? Who are you?
There's another visitor inside the room. He's a well-built young man in school uniform.
You're that guy from the video.
Did you just come falling from up there? What's going on? Answer me!
I remember now. You're the blood-curdling beefsteak emperor.
Hell no, come on! Did you even try to remember my name?
So that P1 Grand Prix thing has already started.
I recall the rule about those who encounter each other must fight each other. The general said only the winner can proceed. I decided to see if the rules are in effect and reached towards the exit of the music room and still to feel the same wall barring my path I felt earlier. Same goes for the window I came from. It's irritating to have to follow the rules and fight, but since the walls can't be easily destroyed, I've got no choice. I don't know what kind of circumstances this Kanji guy's faced with, but if we're going to fight, we might as well do it right.
Take off your clothes.
What the hell?
What?
You asked that straight out.
What's wrong with what I said? Won't it be hard to maneuver wearing that?
Maneuver?
Why is he getting all flustered? His face is red. Maybe he's not feeling well.
What are you all flustered for? I'm talking about your jacket. If you don't wear it right, it'll get in your way during the fight.
My jacket? You just said that to begin with? There's no real meaning behind this. It's like just the way I wear it.
It's plain weird.
Says the guy who's half naked except for a cape.
Seriously, you're ridiculous! It's bad manners to jump out a window like that.
The general makes a disgusted face and seems to be pretty upset about me
Sorry
mucking
to
up his
say,
plans.
I've never been big on manners. Too bad things didn't go your way.
We'll see if you can keep that attitude up for long. You must fight whoever you're paired with. Now get started!
I understand that, but I can't attack someone who doesn't have the urge to fight. I turn towards Kanji to spur him on, but his expression is completely different than it was before. The redness in his cheeks are gone, and the fire in his eyes, it almost seems murderous. So there was no need for me to worry after all.
You keep saying the weirdest crap. Looks like I'll have to make you leave. Let's get this started, Capey!
What, now you're interested? Alright, come and get me.
You're not really strong anyway. Just a fake. Nothing worthy about it.
What's that supposed to mean?
Shut up! Try to ask yourself that. Here goes.
Capey. Okay, let's go. Battle of the Muscle Men. Unfortunately, I'm with the wrong one, because I'm way better with Kanji than him with Akihiko.
Final.
Not bad!
Take this!
Ooh, the battle is joined now!
You're up.
Both sides are waiting for an arrow! Has the battle been decided? The opponent's still standing!
Ikuzuchi!
Gotcha.
Now, will they go for the kill?
Gotcha.
How unfortunate. Better luck next time.
Oops, I didn't need a bookmark. Oh well. Take a deep breath and next to collapse Kanji and lower my heart rate to wind down from the battle. Then I calmly re-examine my surroundings. During the battle, I noticed that the spectating students had changed into something completely different. They're not humans. They're silhouettes shaped like people or something. I don't know why they're showing their true form now, but that's fine. If they're not human, there's no reason to worry about them. I'll just leave them be. I don't see any silhouettes in this room, except for, like, the pictures on the wall. If they happen to turn hostile, I can easily crush the lifeless creatures like that. Kanji regains consciousness. He recovered much more quickly than I was expecting.
It's amazing. So this is what you meant by going at it with nothing to hide.
When did I say that?
You're one passionate guy. Guess you're no ordinary pervert.
Oh, since when am I a pervert?
Kanji flashes a bright smile that's different than the one he displayed before the fight. Anger and hatred has fled his body entirely, and now that the fight is over, it seems he's got spirit.
Ow! Man, for a dream, it sure hurts. Huh? That's weird. How come a dude I've never met before is here in my dream?
Dream? What are you talking about? Aren't we inside the TV world?
Huh?
The TV world. If you can dream with your eyes open, I'm pretty impressed.
What? You're inside the TV? I seriously thought this was all a dream!
It doesn't seem like Kanji's acting. He honestly seems to think the entire thing was a dream. I thought the people in that promo video related to the General. Maybe everyone here was actually dragged into this by force. If so, I can't abandon the others who were in that video either.
Do you have any idea who the other people in that video were?
They were pretty much all my friends, but...
Oh, crap.
Kanji clutches his head as something occurs to him. This
I thought
seems
this
quite
was
serious.
a dream, so I kinda sorta beat the snot out of a couple of them.
Well, if they lost to someone who was half asleep, they'll just have to suck it up.
You think so? Things are just that black and white to you, huh?
Seriously? I thought he was going to have some important information. This Kanji guy seems to be yanked out of his normal life into a weird situation. He seems oddly blasé about it.
This isn't a dream. Then Ted and Rise are really hosting it?
General Teddy. The other Teddy said that he was a fake.
A fake? You're kidding me! How do you make such a perfect copy of the bear suit?
That's the part you're hung up on?
Yeah. They're hardly twisted bastards who enjoy watching friends crush each other.
You seem pretty sure of your friends.
Man, the things I went through with those guys. And here I thought you were a pervert who wasn't listening to a word I said. Guess I had you figured wrong.
Looks like this guy's having a tough time changing the way he thinks about me. Maybe he's just an idiot. The way his expression changes to that honest and relieved look when he's talking about his friends, it seems like he has friends we can really trust. If we met under less dangerous circumstances, I wouldn't mind sitting around chatting with him for a bit. But I got a duty to
By
tend
the
to
way,
right now.
have you heard the name Labris anywhere? She's supposed to be somewhere in here.
Huh? Lab rat? What?
I see. No, if you don't know, don't worry about it.
And with that, I lead Kanji and we're walking towards the door. Kanji calls out
Hey,
and
wait a
stops me.
second. You haven't told me anything about you. Who are you? What did you come inside the TV for?
There's no point in explaining.
What?
Kanji attempts to stop me, but he changes his mind. His expression tells me he's not satisfied with this outcome, but he swallows his frustration and takes a seat on the ground. Since he fought against a number of people already, he must understand that he can't proceed because he lost. Kanji looks directly in my eyes and
Well, I
speaks
was
up.
the loser here, so I can't complain. This isn't a dream, and my friends are in trouble.
That's all you need to say.
I know. I won't let anything happen to him.
The way you fought says it all. You can't throw punches like that without a shitload of training. You can feel your determination behind every one.
Yeah, the same's true for you. Good work.
Praise exchange after trying to beat each other senseless. We have a moment that only those who have just brawled against each other can share. Kanji's skills are exceptional for a high school student. When I was in the boxing club, there were only a handful of guys who could stand to trade blows with me just like he did. Considering he's this good with self-taught fighting skills, there's no question he'd become an unparalleled fighter if he had proper training.
Should be careful. My friends are hella strong, you know? If you're not careful, you'll be eating pavement.
Is that supposed to be a genuine warning for me? Or should I boast about how great his friends are? Either way, I can understand the feeling behind his words, so I smile back at him.
I don't know about that. My fists can't be stopped that easily.
I've stopped him plenty of times. There's nothing more I need to say to Kanji. I turn and begin running down the hallway. Sometime after parting ways with Kanji,
Pointless.
I'm still wandering aimlessly through the school building. I have no idea if the path I'm taking right now is correct or not, because the invisible walls keep getting in the way. I spot another window and reach towards it.
Guess they fixed that little loophole.
I didn't take them very long to put invisible walls over all the windows. Just as I pull my hand back, the PA
No
system
more
blares.
breaking the rules. Seriously, why can't some people follow simple directions?
You act like I ever intended on following your rules.
The fact that they've gone to the trouble to correct their oversights means that limiting our movement must be very important to them. They don't want us to escape. So that probably means that there's something waiting up ahead, and they've placed there for me. I follow the path dictated by invisible walls until I reach a classroom. Is this where they want me to go?
Akihiko, you're all right. Then again, seeing you isn't necessarily cause for celebration. If we're both here in one place, that means...
Yeah, looks like it.
Who I found inside the classroom was none other than Mitsuru. Normally, running into her would be a great relief, since it would give me a capable ally. Because the stupid P1 rules are in effect, that isn't the case here.
You're my next opponent.
This is exactly what the enemy wanted.
And Mitsuru makes a bitter declaration. Monitor inside the classroom turns on. I already know who we'll be seeing. It's the General.
Ta-da! Well, this is about to get real interesting. An unwanted battle between friends. I hope you two enjoy it to the fullest.
Is that supposed to upset us? Can you believe this guy, Mitsuru?
This certainly is an unwanted battle between friends. I have no intention of fighting against Mitsuru, but we both understand what needs to be done in order to accomplish the mission. There's no way we'd allow a little something like this to shake our resolve. But, oddly, when I look back towards Mitsuru, I see her looking back at me with
Sorry,
pity.
Akihiko. I believe I may have driven you into a corner.
Huh? What do you mean?
I should have realized much sooner. It's not strength you truly desire. What you really want is to forget your fear of losing others. That's why you throw yourself so fervently into your training. It's a twisted form of escape. At the very least, you can allow me to put an end to such things.
Forget my fears of losing others, huh? As Mitsuru well knows, I have lost countless things until now. That anxiety that I've buried somewhere in my heart may strike at me at any moment. But the Mitsuru I know wouldn't bring up something like that at a time like this. It'd be obvious to any friend of Mitsuru. There's something going on here.
Teddy and Kanji also started getting personal before the fight. Is this some kind of trick?
I've got no idea what you're talking about. Sounds to me like she means it.
I don't know what you're up to here, but you're gonna have to try harder. It's fine, though. I'll just take this chance to enjoy some serious sparring.
Those who encounter one another must fight, and only the victor may proceed. Since the rule still stands, we've got to fight, and they removed any choice we had. I turned to
There
face
were a bunch
Mitsuru
of
once
people I
again.
wanted to fight once I got back to Japan, to test my skills. And you were at the top of the list, Mitsuru. Didn't think I'd get a chance so soon, though.
Mitsuru takes her stance without saying a word. The tension of the battle seems to tingle through the muscles of my body.
Here goes, Akihiko.
Well, it sounds like you said a word now, doesn't it?
Come and get me, Mitsuru!
Round 3. Fight! Now, I wonder if all of the Persona people have to fight their shadows, or the Persona 3 people, because they never did before. All of the other ones have theoretically already mastered their shadows and got their personas. I'm not sure if the Persona 3 people have shadows, or because they've already unlocked their personas. It's a little confusing.
Presenting the crown season, Mitsuru Kirichou! You're unstoppable! What a devastating blow! Almost like they're not hit! Poor mistake! The opponents are standing! Go! Has the battle been decided?
This is it!
Wow.
Alright, it's over. Time to leave.
I don't know why I'm saving again. I do this too much. The battle is over. I glance down at Mitsuru. She keeps her firm expression and opens her mouth.
I yield. Your skills have improved tremendously, Akihiko.
Yours too. I was really worried there that you might execute me.
Mitsuru gives me a smirk. That's the Mitsuru I know. So her odd behavior prior to the fight was all the general's
Mitsuru,
work.
What did I say to you before the fight?
Huh? Why do you ask? As I recall, you said some unkind things about my late father.
I knew it. Of course, I have no memories of saying such things because I didn't say them. The general's probably got some trick that warps the others to reality, so the good friends will hate each other. Maybe it was all an illusion. I don't understand how it works, but there's one thing that I'm absolutely certain of. Mitsuru and I lean towards the monitor and smugly smile at the general. His little gimmick was completely useless. General Teddy can barely contain his hatred as he responds.
How can you fight without holding back like that? People hesitate more when they face their friends. They break down. They suffer. So how come you aren't suffering? Why? I don't understand.
I'm not surprised. Anyone who needs to trick people to get his way wouldn't understand. Our bonds aren't that flimsy.
After the general glowers at his communication cuts off. Suffer, huh? The general was going on and on about making us suffer earlier. Is that why he has all of us fighting here? To make us suffer? But then, why would he still Labras?
Let's compare notes. I want to confirm our situation.
Right. Although I don't have much for you.
I give her the summary of everything I've figured out up until this point. Since Mitsuru's persona has a search ability, I'm sure she's been able to gather much more information than I have. She seems to already know everything I discovered, so Mitsuru then fills me in on what she learned. Aigis is safe, though neither of us have encountered her. The high school students used the commercials seem to be Persona users, and the general seems to be gathering Persona users into his world. Unfortunately, none of us know what his intentions are. But more importantly, where's Labras?
Did you find Labras?
Aigis seems to have made contact with her. She seems to be calling herself the student council president of the school. In fact, she's going so far as to play the part.
Play the part?
She seems to be unaware that she entered a TV. It's possible that someone forced her in here, but that doesn't explain why she's acting out a role in school life.
I have no idea what that could be about right now. This place is a school, but it's still just a copy of a school in another world. And yeah, that's actually true. I hadn't considered that. If Labras is Aigis' sister, why in the world is she copying Gekukan High School? I could totally understand her wanting to, go to high school and be kind of like Aigis. I don't know how aware she is of her surroundings, but shouldn't she want to be in Gekukan, not Yasugami? She's copying Yasugami High School, which theoretically Labras has no idea about. Which obviously is something they'll reveal, but that's another quandary and a quark. What kind of school life could possibly be here?
I heard a strange voice. I'm not certain, but it's most likely Labras. Either her inner thoughts or her memories. It was a voice of deep sorrow, suffering, sadness. It was so vivid I wanted to cover my ears.
Mitsuru cast down her eyes as if reliving the pain. A great portion of Ergo research data was lost because of the actions of a former researcher. He was the mastermind behind the events 3 years ago. All of this must be mortifying for Mitsuru. That man is the reason that her family was taken from her.
If that was truly Labras, then she's practically human. She may not be that far behind Aigis in terms of mimesis.
Sure, Aigis' sister unit would have a mind. But does that mean the older version is more advanced?
Doesn't seem likely, but I can't say for certain. Still, I'm only speculating. But I feel like her deeply negative emotions are connected to this tournament.
Connected how?
Do you really think Labras was stolen? The general seemed to want to make us suffer rather than eliminate us. Would a thief wish for that? Or draw in unrelated high school students?
I see. That General Teddy's actions do seem in line with what Labras wants.
So is Labras manipulating the people to abduct her? Because they did say that they kind of had memory loss.
Actually may in fact be Labras.
It's possible that Labras regained consciousness much earlier and escaped when she was being transported.
I can't deny that possibility right now. But there's something else
Mitsuru,
I do know.
You're doing your brow furrowing thing again.
What? That doesn't matter right now.
You're overthinking things. All this conjecture and speculation will drive you nuts. Let's pick this up again once we defeat the enemy.
Mitsuru has always been like this. She imagines worst-case scenarios that haven't even happened yet, and burns herself with coming up with contingency plans based on them. Even though she doesn't necessarily stop moving forward, it certainly does weigh her down. Sometimes we need that hard-headedness, but there's a time and place for it.
Ever think that maybe it's you who's underthinking things?
Anyway, there's no time to lose right now. You know where the enemy is, right?
Yes, I've traced its location. It should be nearby. I will leave the rest to you, Akihiko. Don't disappoint me, all right?
As Mitsuru says these words, her expression softens a bit. It seems I've been able to reach her.
Of course not.
Mitsuru has grown as well. She's changed since that battle 3 years ago. Now that I think about it, a lot of time has passed since then. None of us may have remained standing in the past. We've all changed. I part ways with Mitsuru and hurry on ahead. According to Mitsuru's search, the enemy seems to be nearby. The enemy is waiting for their encounter with us as well. Well, that's one wish I won't mind granting at all. Just as I reach the top of the stairs, a loud noise punctuates the atmosphere. Is someone on a rampage with their persona? No, that's not it. It's the sort of sound the massive object creates upon impact. I hear it again coming from the room ahead. There are invisible walls that prevent me from making my way towards the sound. No invisible walls that make me reach my towards the sound. I eventually reach my destination.
The announcement room. Here we go.
The monitors and PA system have been controlled from this room. I grab the door handle, but it won't open. This is different from those invisible walls, however. It's just an ordinary door. Sorry if there's a broadcast going on, but I'm going to have to punch my way in. I smash through the door and enter the room.
Whoa! It's that red cape guy I saw earlier!
Everyone inside immediately whirls around to face me. There are 2 female students before me. One of them I recognize from the video, but the other is an unfamiliar face. It's my first time seeing her, but I immediately know who she is. She looks like a regular person, aside from all her mechanical parts. It's Labris and General Teddy.
So it wasn't Labris after all.
Immediately, General Teddy, who's glaring at me, begins to change.
I am a shadow. The true self.
Another Labris.
Hey, wait a minute. Interesting. This is almost the same picture as before, but last time Kanji was like on the ground. They made a second version of it. Awesome. Well, this is completely unexpected. I can't even come up with a reason why something like this would occur. Maybe this is another one of his illusions. No, if that were true, what I was seeing would be more direct assault on my inner thoughts. I started inventing and discarding possibilities and reasons for what's happening. Eventually, I just cast aside all my theories. I take a deep breath and calm myself. What is my objective? I was summoned to retrieve Labris and prevent any danger from spreading. It doesn't matter if there's 1, 2, or 20 of her. My initial objectives are unaffected.
I'll just calm them both down.
I taunt both of them as they maliciously stare daggers at me. Alright.
Welcome to the Velvet Room.
Oh, hey.
This place exists between dream and reality, mind and
That's
matter.
weird. He has the P4 icon as well.
Why don't you
So he's totally
introduce
P3.
yourself?
But yeah, we now have Labris available, which we won't do yet. We are going to be working on Mitsuru, then Aegis, and then finally Labris. And then Shadow Labris if she comes available. And once we do that, we should be able to get to the second part of their story. Someone in comments just told me that I should finish out a story, but guess what? I can't. If I try and go into this, it's just going to restart from the beginning. It will not let you finish it off until you finish Labris' story. So, nope, not going to be able to do it. But anyway, thank you all for tuning in.